Hi, I'm Steve Adubato. Way more importantly, you see Steve Sweeney, the former president of the New Jersey State Senate. Senator, good to see you.
Good to see you, Steve.
By the way, right out of the box, does the former state Senate president, just hearing that bother you at all?
A little bit, but, you know, in life, you get dealt setbacks in life, and this was just a setback. I'm moving forward and got a lot of plans in the future. So, you know.
By the way, let's get this one out of the way. I mentioned this before we got on the air. Vince Lombardi, the great Vince Lombardi, New Jerseyan. You have him over your shoulder because what's the hook?
Well, one, I'm a huge Vince Lombardi fan. He was one of the greatest motivators ever, and his story is unbelievable. I'm a Packer fan, which makes no one in New Jersey happy when I was running for office. In South Jersey, the Eagle fans would get mad at me, and in North Jersey, you know. But if I was an Eagle fan, I'd still be in trouble in North Jersey.
Hold on one second. So, Senator, if in fact you choose to run for governor in a few years, just say you choose, will you renounce your Packer support because politically it would be dangerous?
Never. Never. I will be a Packer fan till the day I die.
Yeah, and I also want to make sure people check out the interview that Steve Sweeney did with our colleague and good friend David Cruz for NJPBS. It's a great interview. So, Senator, let me ask you this. You said, quote, "I'm not done." That's big headline. I believe it was an NJ.com ledger, and I'm sure. I'm not done. Not done doing what, Senator?
Continuing the work that I've been doing, Steve, to make New Jersey a better place. There's a lot of work to be done, but, you know, we've accomplished a whole lot during my tenure. And look, and it's not me as an individual, but as legislators, you know, we saved the pension fund from going bankrupt. It was going to go bankrupt in 2015. We finally made our full pension payment last year. I'm proud of that, Steve. Negotiating healthcare changes with the teachers union, who tried to defeat me 4 years prior, to save $1 billion. Right? That's big stuff. Reverse auctions for prescriptions, which is like eBay for pharmaceutical prescriptions. Say 2.5 billion. Higher education restructuring, school funding, fixing the school funding formula, moving forward. You know, there's a lot that was done. Minimum wage, paid family leave.
But hold on, Senator. What's left? So what are you not done doing? What?
Making New Jersey affordable. New Jersey is too expensive, Steve, and it doesn't have to be that way.
But you've been saying, Senator, I'm sorry for interrupting you. You've been saying this for a long time. You actually, several years ago, when we were in our studio at NJ PBS, I remember an interview when you started this initiative about affordability and looking at consolidation of local school districts and making New Jersey more affordable, property tax issues, et cetera, et cetera. This election, you did not expect to be voted out. No one who knows anything about politics expected you to be voted out. Governor Murphy had a very close race against Jack Ciattarelli with 1.1 million more Democrats. So what would you say the number one message was, not just to you, but to Governor Murphy? Because if I'm not mistaken, Governor Murphy lost by well over 10 percentage points in your district. You lost by a couple. What was the biggest message that you and the governor should be taking out of this election, 2021, I'm sorry.
If I wish he lost by 10, I would have won. He lost by 15.
More than that?
15.
How many?
15. You know, it was impossible to overcome that. We had 12,000 more people came out and voted in this election than prior elections. And Steve, normally if you get blown out, it's a 70-30. 100% of those voters voted against me. And we saved the nuclear plants. We captured the offshore wind. We created jobs. We reduced retirement income taxes. The message is, we want you to focus on making New Jersey more affordable. Stop with all these other plans and, you know, like, let's get to the middle. Let's get to the middle. Let's focus on what matters to people, and that's being able to live in their homes. Steve, we accomplished a great deal. We raised retirement income. Like, we used to tax retirement income. We don't tax it at over $100,000 now. So 90% of seniors don't pay state income tax anymore. I'm proud of that. And that's excluding Social Security. So, you know, we've done a lot of good, but this is how mad people are. One, they're exhausted from this COVID. They're exhausted. And and I said this before, we have to learn how to live with it. We need to move forward. I'm not saying, just, forget it. I'm not, but I'm saying we have to learn how to live with it. People are fed up. When you go into a bar or restaurant and there's people, 4 people deep, and no one's wearing a mask, Steve, they're over this. So we got to find a way to protect everyone and move forward.
Yeah. Real quick, childcare, affordability also has to do with the ability to work. Give me 30 seconds on affordable quality childcare, because we have an initiative called Reimagine Childcare. Give me 30 seconds on that, Senator.
Well, Steve, we put $100 million into childcare last year's budget, and obviously we need a lot more because parents can't go to work if they got to sit home with their children. Steve, and childcare is too expensive to start with. So what we have to do is invest in childcare to make it affordable, so parents can, continue to move forward. It's really disappointing what happened in Washington with the childcare tax credit. I don't get that, because it's hurting working class people. That's a direct shot at working class people. So again, Democrats got to get their act together and start focusing on what matters, which is being able to afford living here.
You talk about the Democrats. So we have a series that we're doing called Democracy at a Crossroads. The graphic will be up. But here's the question. Democracies at a crossroads, or democracies in danger, however you want to choose to describe it, for a lot of reasons. But is one of those reasons, Steve, the fact that the Democratic Party is so divided? Yes, we're divided as a country. We're polarized. Trump, Biden, masks, no masks, mandates, no man. I get all that. People who don't even believe that Joe Biden's a legitimate president. A high percentage of Republicans do not even believe that. That being said, Steve Sweeney, is it hard for you sometimes to be part of a party where many are much further left of you, way more progressive than you, way more liberal than you? Does it sometimes feel like that's not your party?
Well, they're just the loud faction of the party, Steve. 80% of both parties is in the middle. 80% of us are in the middle. We still are. But the left, the far left and the far right are just very loud. And what happens is there's a dirty word that I believe in. It's called compromise. They don't. So it's winner take all. Look, down in Washington, the progressives, AOC and others, almost handed Biden a defeat on his infrastructure bill because they wanted everything. And sometimes, Steve, when I got to Trenton, I learned you're not going to score. You're not going to make a bunch of Hail Marys. They're 20-yard passes down the field till you get into the end zone, but you want to get the ball into the end zone. And for the people that just think they're purist and it's all or nothing, well, 95% of the time you're going to get nothing. And I'm a believer in getting things done. Steve, I didn't expect to lose this election. I was shocked, to be perfectly honest with you. But something? Because I really thought I'm the type of politician that people would want. People that are willing to work with the other side. New Jersey's not Washington. We work very well together with our Republican colleagues to get things done for the people of the state.
I'm going to do this before I let you go. And I saw the interview with David Cruz. Check it out. It's a great interview. Go on NJPBS's website. But you did talk about your relationship with Governor Murphy, and I'm not interested in the intrigue, the back and forth, who thinks what's personal. We care about policy. The two of you have genuine policy disagreements. You do?
Absolutely, Steve. I want to go after illegal guns. They're the ones that are committing crimes on the corners, not the guns that are just picking on legal gun owners, people that are the only ones that will follow the rules. The crimes in the street aren't being created with people that go to the gun store and buy their ammunition and guns. It's the people that are buying the guns illegally. So how about if we focus on a real issue, a real epidemic, which is illegal guns in this state and this country?
Before you do go, you are going to create a think tank. You will be announcing it soon. It'll be tied to a university. Will that university be in the state of New Jersey?
Yes.
When you establish it, will you come back and talk not just about the think tank, but about the kinds of issues that the think tank will be thinking about?
Steve, absolutely. Because again, what we're going to do is create something that is truly bipartisan, and it's going to address issues like I did with Path to Progress, the issues that everyone knows exist, but no one wants to touch because of political pressure. We got 70 school districts right now studying school consolidation. Steve, 5 years ago, that was unheard of.
Yeah.
So we were making progress. The pandemic slowed us down. And like I said, this is a bump in the road for me, but I'm gonna keep moving forward.
As you said, I'm not done, and I'm not even going to ask you about running for governor. You'll decide in the appropriate time. We'll have that discussion. Steve Sweeney, all the best to you and your family, more importantly.
Thanks, Steve. You too.
All the best. That's Steve Sweeney. I'm Steve Adubato. We'll be right back.
State of Affairs with Steve Adubato is a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation. Funding has been provided by RWJ Barnabas Health, New Jersey Sharing Network, the Turrell Fund, supporting Reimagine Childcare, Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield of New Jersey, Johnson & Johnson, NJM Insurance Group, Operating Engineers, Local 825, Eastern Atlantic States Regional Council of Carpenters, Fedway Associates, Inc., and by these public-spirited organizations, individuals, and associations committed to informing New Jersey citizens about the important issues facing the Garden State. And by Employers Association of New Jersey. Promotional support provided by ROINJ and by Insider NJ.
I'm very grateful that I'm still here.
That's me and my daughter when we went to celebrate our first anniversary.
With a new kidney, I have strength.
They gave me a new lease on life.
I'm still going everywhere and exploring new places.
Nobody thought I was going to be here. Nobody.
And I look forward to getting older with my wife. That's possible now.
We're transforming lives through innovative kidney treatments, living donor programs, and world-renowned care at 2 of New Jersey's premier hospitals.
They gave me my normal life back. It's a blessing.
RWJ Barnabas Health. Let's be healthy together.